Hey guys, happy Sunday, September 22nd. I'm here with your weekly update for AMC and the movie industry. Domestic box office numbers are in for this weekend, and we got champagne chilling in the background because we are now within striking distance of Q3 2024, surpassing Q3 2023. Can it be done? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. And at the end, we'll put up the chart and talk about what I expect for price action as we close out this month on AMC stock. Let's get right into it. This weekend's domestic box office is expected to close out just over $81 million, with the big contributors this weekend still being Beetlejuice, and we added in Transformers One. There are some other great movies that I hope you guys go check out before the end of this month. Let's talk about the movies that I've seen in the past week. I've seen at least 5 in the last 7 days, and we've got about 5 more that we want to go watch before the end of this month. In the last week, I have watched, let's see, The Front Room, The Killer's Game, Am I Racist, Never Let Go, The Substance, and then tonight we are going to watch the 10th anniversary of the horror film, The Babadook. So there won't be a live stream tonight. Of the movies that are out right now, there are a lot of these smaller films that are actually quite good, and I hope you guys go catch some of them before the end of the month. Particularly Speak No Evil, great movie. The Substance with Demi Moore was good. Never Let Go with Halle Berry, that was a good movie. And The Killer's Game with Dave Bautista, we enjoyed that one also. Maybe last on my list would be The Front Room with Brandy. At any rate, with this weekend's numbers, that brings the 2024 Q3 domestic box office to a grand total so far of $2.53 billion, $113 million to go to beat 2023, and we will have a special celebration here the first week of October if that happens, if 2024 Q3 surpasses 2023. With the expected box office for Q3 2024, I still remain positive and confident that AMC will report a positive net earnings for this quarter when we get those results in November, and I will share my spreadsheet with you the first week of October, October 1st or 2nd, and we'll go through line by line my expectations for the income statement for AMC. Moving over to the trading chart and thinking about how AMC is going to trade next week and into the end of this month, what am I expecting? My views often different from many others, so I'm just going to give you my opinion. I don't have any guarantees, but you guys know that I've been tracking these red supply zones up here and the green demand zones, and I have been adding some AMC stock. I've got a buy-in at 420, and my most recent one was on September 20th at 465. That puts my cost basis right at about $4.40 for AMC. AMC closed Friday at $4.76, and I don't really expect that the stock is going to go below these demand zones that I have in green, but if it does, I have those drawn at around $4.30, and for me that'd be a great opportunity to pick some more AMC up for a speculative trade. I'm a speculator. My trading style might not be suitable for you, and make sure you understand the financial statements and the risk factors in the 10Q before you speculate in AMC stock. What am I speculating on? I'm speculating on a positive Q3, a beat. Look, all of the analysts right now have AMC forecast to make negative net income for Q3, and I do not think that that is going to happen. I'm going to share that spreadsheet with you and show you exactly why here in about 8 or 9 days once the quarter closes out. And so I am trying to accumulate some shares as cheap as I can, with the expectation that in October some of these analysts are going to update their earnings per share forecast, because I don't think they want to go all the way to the first week of November when AMC releases their earnings just to be embarrassed with a overly bearish call. They can do a spreadsheet as easily as I can, and they know that AMC is likely to report positive earnings for Q3 2024. In general, next week, what am I thinking? What am I watching? We had that bullish day on Friday for GameStop, that large order early in the morning, and a nice trend up on GameStop on Friday. I think that if that carries over into next week, the meme basket, including AMC, could get a little bit of push up. If that doesn't carry over for AMC, however, it would not surprise me to see this stock continuing to trade flat in this zone where we're at, and that is between $4.40 and $5.40. What I am hoping is that the analysts do some upgrades on their expectations in October, and that the base for AMC kicks up outside of this supply zone a little bit higher than here. I'm not forecasting any huge run up. I'd take it if they gave us one, but I'd like to see the baseline for AMC move up and just get this stock trending with a support at a little bit higher level than where we're at right now. So that is my hope. That is my hope based on the analyst updating their earnings forecast. It's also going to be dependent on if they update their price targets for AMC. Most of the analysts have a $4 price target for AMC. I don't know that they will increase that price target, even if they increase their earnings forecast for Q3. I think that the analysts that are covering AMC view their role as providing some guidance to institutions, and they're going to tend to focus on the remaining risk of dilution, in their words, which could happen. AMC still has some debt that they need to fix on the balance sheet, and they're going to, hand in hand with that, be talking about this lawsuit that just got filed last week from some of AMC's debt holders. AMC and these debt holders need to resolve that $800 million of remaining debt that is due 2026, and the analysts aren't going to let us forget about that. And I don't think that you should forget about that. It is important to be aware as an investor of what is going on with the debt and when the debt is due. I covered that in a video just a couple days ago. If you haven't watched it, go watch that one and get all caught up on what this lawsuit is all about. But despite that going on in the background, there is a lot to be optimistic about. For those of you that like to speculate like me, the AMC is going to surpass people's expectations, both in Q3 and Q4 this year, 2025 and 2026 going forward. Being successful in this trade is going to require you to be smart about getting entries as low as possible and looking for opportunities to exit if a profit that meets your expectations presents itself. For those of you like me that like to speculate on volatility, I think AMC is going to continue to present those type of volatile opportunities where you can buy cheap and sell into run-ups. And then when it comes back down, if you still like the stock, you can repurchase back again at a lower price, and you've locked in some of your gains. I know some people are still worried about dilution, and I see all the negative Nancys out on social media saying that AMC is going to dilute again. I think that if going forward the company can book positive quarters, positive cash flow, the risk of a ATM dilution becomes very low because they have enough cash. But I am still going to keep an eye on debt for equity swaps being a potential probability going forward until we know what the company is going to do to finish cleaning up that balance sheet for the $800 million that is due in 2026. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about the box office? Are we going to beat 2023 Q3? Thank you for watching. I am Tony Denaro, and I will see ya on the next video.